Charles Bukowski. Top 97 quotes. Find what you love and let it kill you. If you're going to try, go all the way. Otherwise, don't even start. Some people never go crazy. What truly horrible lives they must lead. The problem with the world is that the intelligent people are full of doubts, while the stupid ones are full of confidence. Understand me. I'm not like an ordinary world. I have my madness. I live in another dimension and I do not have time for things that have no soul. If you're going to try, go all the way. There is no other feeling like that. You will be alone with the gods, and the nights will flame with fire. You will ride life straight to perfect laughter. It's the only good fight there is. Life's as kind as you let it be. You have to die a few times before you can really live. Without literature, life is hell. An intellectual says a simple thing in a hard way. An artist says a hard thing in a simple way. I don't hate people. I just feel better when they aren't around. I have no time for things that have no soul. We are here to laugh at the odds and live our lives so well that death will tremble to take us. If something burns your soul with purpose and desire, it's your duty to be reduced to ashes by it. Any other form of existence will be yet another dull book in the library of life. Sometimes you climb out of bed in the morning and you think, I'm not going to make it, but you laugh inside, remembering all the times you felt that way. Wherever the crowd goes, run in the other direction. They're always wrong. The less I needed, the better I felt. We are like roses that have never bothered to bloom when we should have bloomed, and it is as if the sun has become disgusted with waiting. If you have the ability to love, love yourself first. Invent yourself and then reinvent yourself. Writers are desperate people, and when they stop being desperate, they stop being writers. Nothing can save you except writing. It keeps the walls from failing. We're all going to die, all of us. What a circus. That alone should make us love each other, but it doesn't. We are terrorized and flattened by trivialities. We are eaten up by nothing. Drink from the well of yourself and begin again. Don't fight your demons. Your demons are here to teach you lessons. Sit down with your demons and have a drink and a chat and learn their names and talk about the burns on their fingers and scratches on their ankles. Some of them are very nice. I wanted the whole world or nothing. We don't even ask happiness, just a little less pain. I have one problem: I don't hate people. They disgust me and I want to get away from them. I do not have hatred. I have an escape mechanism. People empty me. I have to get away to refill. You can't beat death, but you can beat death in life, sometimes. And the more often you learn to do it, the more light there will be. Your life is your life. Know it while you have it. There's a light somewhere. It may not be much light, but it beats the darkness. Simplicity is always the secret to a profound truth, to doing things, to writing, to painting. Life is profound in its simplicity. If you're going to try, go all the way. This could mean losing girlfriends, wives, relatives, jobs, and maybe your mind. I stopped looking for a dream girl. I just wanted one that wasn't a nightmare. If you let them kill you, they will. Baby, I said, I'm a genius, but nobody knows it but me. Only the boring get bored. The world is full of boring, identical, and mindless people. If you are going to try, Go all the way or don't even start. If you follow it, you will be alive with the gods. It is the only good fight there is. Beware of those who seek constant crowds, they are nothing alone. My heart is 1,000 years old. I am not like other people. It wasn't my day, my week, my month, my year, my life. God damn it. The free soul is rare, but you know it when you see it. Those who escape hell, however, never talk about it, and nothing much bothers them after that. My ambition is handicapped by laziness. Love breaks my bones and I laugh. I was a man who thrived on solitude. Without it I was like another man without food or water. Each day without solitude weakened me. I took no pride in my solitude, but I was dependent on it. The darkness of the room was like sunlight to me. I am not a snob, it is simply that I am not interested with what most people have to say, or what they want to do, mostly with my time. The empty, the angry, the lonely, the tricked, we are all museums of fear. The courage it took to get out of bed each morning to face the same things over and over was enormous. The difference between a democracy and a dictatorship is that in a democracy you vote first and take orders later. In a dictatorship you don't have to waste your time voting. I felt like crying, but nothing came out. It was just a sort of sad sickness, sick sad, when you can't feel any worse. I think you know it. I think everybody knows it now and then. But I think I have known it pretty often, too often. There's a bluebird in my heart that wants to get out. It's possible to love a human being if you don't know them too well. Let it die. Let there be a new beginning. It's awful. Good night. The crowd is the gathering place of the weakest. True creation is a solitary act. I've had so many knives stuck into me. When they hand me a flower, I can't quite make out what it is. It takes time. If you're losing your soul and you know it, then you've still got a soul left to lose. Death is not the problem, waiting around for it is. The area dividing the brain and the soul is affected in many ways by experience. Some lose all mind and become soul, insane. Some lose all soul and become mind, intellectual. Some lose both and become accepted. You begin saving the world by saving one man at a time. All else is grandiose romanticism or politics. Real loneliness is not necessarily limited to when you are alone. If I never see you again, I will always carry you inside outside on my fingertips and at brain edges and in centers of what I am, of what remains. There is a place in the heart that will never be filled, a space. And even during the best moments, in the greatest times, we will know it. Before my death, I hope to obtain my life. There's music in everything, even defeat. If I stop writing, I am dead. And that's the only way I'll stop, dead. To create art means to be crazy alone forever. Poetry is what happens when nothing else can. We are all museums of fear. The secret is writing down one simple line after another. And yet women, good women, frightened me because they eventually wanted your soul, and what was left of mine, I wanted to keep. The more cats you have, the longer you live. If you have 100 cats, you'll live 10 times longer than if you have 10. Someday this will be discovered, and people will have 1,000 cats and live forever. I am a poem. There is no way out. I no longer want it all, Just some comfort and some sex and some minor love. Why did I come here? I thought. Why is it always only a matter of choosing between something bad and something worse? I want to let her know though that all the nights sleeping beside her, even the useless arguments, were things ever splendid, and the hard words I ever feared to say can now be said. I love you. Don't wait for the good woman. She doesn't exist. There are women who can make you feel more with their bodies and their souls, but these are the exact women who will turn the knife into you right in front of the crowd. That was all a man needed, hope. It was lack of hope that discouraged a man. I am ashamed to be a member of the human race, but I don't want to add any more to that shame. I want to scrape a little of it off. Lighting new cigarettes, pouring more drinks. It has been a beautiful fight. Still is. I never met another man I'd rather be. And even if that's a delusion, it's a lucky one. Existence was not only absurd, it was plain hard work. Think of how many times you put on your underwear in a lifetime. It was appalling, it was disgusting, it was stupid. A spark can set a whole forest on fire. Just a spark. Save it. I tell you, such fine music waits in the shadows of hell. There's a bluebird in my heart that wants to get out, but I'm too tough for him. I say, stay in there, I'm not going to let anybody see you. People don't need love. What they need is success in one form or another. It can be love, but it needn't be. Bad luck for the young poet would be a rich father, an early marriage, an early success, or the ability to do anything well. Look, let me put it this way, with me, you're number one and there isn't even a number two. Those who preach God need God. Those who preach peace do not have peace. Those who preach love do not have love. Sometimes you just have to pee in the sink. Lawyers, doctors, plumbers, they all made the money. Writers? Writers starved. Writers suicided. Writers went mad. I can almost understand why people leap from bridges. I'm too careless. I don't put out enough effort. I'm tired. Play the piano drunk like a percussion instrument until the fingers begin to bleed a bit. Each man's hell is in a different place, mine is just up and behind my ruined face. Humanity, you never had it to begin with. I've never been lonely. I like myself. I'm the best form of entertainment I have. Let's drink more wine. Bad poetry is caused by people who sit down and think, now I am going to write a poem. I guess the only time most people think about injustice is when it happens